Welcome, everyone. Thank you for coming to visit City Hall. All right, so now we have to get very quiet. Very, very quiet. We have to get very quiet. We will get a chance to sing again, but we're going to be a little bit quiet now and do some listening. My name's Lisa Q, and I'm the Director of Early Education for the City of Somerville and Somerville Public Schools. And we want to say some thank yous to some people. Thank you to the departments in the City Hall here who you've come to visit today, the City of Somerville, the Summer Promise Department, Somerville Public Schools, and the Somerville Family Learning Collaborative for hosting this amazing event to celebrate the Week of the Young Child. Now let me tell you what we're going to do today. Are you ready? You ready to know? Okay, so super duper listening ears, eyes watching, ears listening. We're going to say thank you to some more important people. We're going to hear some important words. We're going to meet the mayor in a little bit. And we're going to tell him about our projects, and we're going to hear about some important children's rights, and then you'll get to explore City Hall a little bit. At the very end, so this is a message for grown-ups too, at the very end, I'll tell you which classrooms can leave, and we'll actually have the classrooms who are in the back. So friends from Kennedy and friends from Capuana will leave first. So just be listening, but you'll go out first. Friends in the front, I'll need you to hang out just a little bit close to Maura and Guillermo, and then you'll go out at the end, okay? So that's our plan for getting out. You'll get to go to beautiful stuff. You'll get to vote. You'll get to draw some pictures for a book that we're going to use next year. It's going to be a great celebration. Do you know where we are? Do you know? City Hall. Do you know what this room is called? It is. It's called the Aldermanic Chamber. That's the name of this special, special room. This is where the mayor and his friends and people he works with come to make super important decisions about Somerville. And it's great to see so many families and children from our programs, educators, future educators here today, so we can build our brains and our bodies and our communities. Has anybody seen this sign before that's behind Maura and Guillermo? Has anybody seen it? It's a little tricky to see, but it says Family Talk on it. And it's part of SFLC's Family Talk, Learn, and Listen campaign. Look for these banners when you go around the city. If you're walking, you might see them. You might see them around City Hall. And this helps people to know about how to talk to each other. Some of you said when we talk to each other and listen, that's a good way to be kind and fair. So look for those. Talking and listening is a way to show kindness. So now Maura and Guillermo are going to sing the talk song with us, and then we'll hear from some other important people in a minute.
Do you guys know the talk song? Yes. And we can dance to this one. I talk to my mother, then I talk to my sister, then we talk, we like to talk. We talked about the weather and the stuff we did together, then we talk. I talk to my mother, then we talk, we like to talk. We talked about the weather and the stuff we did together, then we talk. We like to talk. Everybody, we like to talk. Come on again. We like to talk. I like to talk. I talk to my mother, then I talk to my sister, then we talk. We talked about the weather and the stuff we did together, then we talk. Let's clap. We like to talk. Come on, everybody. Again, louder. to my mother and I talk to my sister, then we talk. We like to talk. We talked about the weather and the stuff we did together, then we talk. Talk. Can you do that? Talk. I like to talk. I talk to my mother, then I talk to my sister, then we talk. We like to talk. We talked about the weather, then the stuff we did together, then we talk. Everybody, we like to talk. Super loud. There you go. Awesome. One more time. Good job, guys. We like to talk. We like to talk. Good job. These kids had their breakfast today, Memo.
Thank you, Maura and Guillermo. So I want to introduce some really important people to you right now. These are students from the early education program at Somerville High School. Yeah. Listen carefully. They have some important messages for you about children's rights. Do you know you have the right to an education and to experiences that help you grow and learn? And the students have been studying about that, and they're going to share their posters with you. So super quiet so you can hear. They go.
Every child has the right to be loved.
Children have the right to a safe home.
Children have the right to a safe and healthy life. Children have the right to a safe and healthy life.
Children have the right to play and express themselves.
Children have a right to a name and an education.
Children have a right to protection.
Children have the right to the protection of discrimination and special care for those with disabilities.
Children have the right to have guidance.
One more big round of applause for our students from the high school. Thank you. It wasn't that scary. So I want to say thank you to some special grown-ups, and we can applaud for them too. We have some people here who help our state and our city and children all over to have better lives. I want to thank and welcome Kelly Meehan and Tricia Halpin from the Department of Early Education and Care. Can you stand so we can say thank you? I want to thank and introduce Mary Skipper and Almia Beta, the superintendent and assistant superintendent, Somerville Public Schools, and Sarah Davila, our director of English Language Learning and Family Engagement. We also have some members of the school committee here. They're kind of in charge of helping everybody figure out what to do with education in our city. And we have Andre Green and Laura Patone. Can you give a big wave? Yay. We have Regina Bertoldo here today. Where's Regina? Hello, Regina. She helps people who are homeless. She helps people who need to understand how to speak and say things in different languages and communicate with each other. And she helps people register for schools. She's a really important person at the Parent Information Center in Somerville. And Doug Kress is somewhere. I see him in the back. Doug Kress is the Director of Health and Human Services. He makes sure that everybody has that right to a healthy place to live. So thank you. Let's do one more applause. Perfect timing. And now I'd like to introduce a very important person in Somerville, our mayor. Joe Curtatone, our mayor.
Hola, we say hello to the mayor. Hola, hola, we say hello to the mayor.
One more year of this.
Hola, the choo-choo. Now in Portuguese, oi, 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 oi. We say hello to the mayor. Oi, 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 oi. We say hello to the mayor. A big A. Ah. All aboard, all aboard, all aboard. Choo-choo train is coming. Now in Arabic, marhaba, marhaba. We say hello to the mayor. Marhaba, marhaba. We say hello to the mayor. All aboard, all aboard. Choo-choo train is coming. Now the last one in French. Bonjour, bonjour. We say hello to the mayor. High five. Bonjour, bonjour. We say hello to the mayor. Now a big A. All aboard, all aboard. Choo-choo train is coming. Good job, everyone. Good job, Memo. Yay.
All right, so I told you the mayor was coming and he had some important words to share with you. So we're going to listen to the mayor for a few minutes, and then he's going to read something called a proclamation. That's like a big statement that says important things about children, and then we'll hear about your projects. So let's get our best listening ears and be ready for our mayor.
Good morning. Buenos dias, hola. Well, welcome. Welcome, all of you. I have to tell you, this is my favorite event now of the whole year. I look forward to it now, and it's amazing how many more beautiful, excited, eager young children show up every year here to City Hall. So welcome. We love having you come up here. And thank you for that great welcome. I don't get that warm of a welcome in my house when I walk into it. So if I could bring the trumpet player in that great song, made my day. Give me a good smile. Thank you so much. You know, kids, and I want to thank Lisa for the introduction and recognize some people who work with me every day. We work together to try to make our community, along with all of you, a real special place for everyone to live, to work, to grow up as young children. To explore our community, to make our schools a welcoming place like our neighborhoods for anyone and everyone, no matter where they come from, whatever country, whatever community, that Somerville is this place that they can call home. That's what we're trying to do. And that we try our very hardest every day to try to make and give you the best opportunities, again, to explore, to learn, to grow up healthy and happy in your schools and your neighborhoods. So I do want to thank Mr. Andre Green, the chairperson of the school committee from Ward 4. Ms. Laura Patone from Ward 5 School Committee person. And Ms. Mary Skipper, the Superintendent of Schools. Let's recognize our Vice Superintendent as well. Thank you. Delva, thank you. All the work that they do. And so many people, your parents, counselors, those people who volunteer in our schools and our organizations, just to help make this place a special place for you. And that's what we're trying to do. So I want to read an important proclamation that we've all come together to declare for all of you, to say that this week is the week of the young child. Who's a young child in here? Raise your hand. Who wants to be a young child again? Raise your hand. Hey. So because children are important members of the Somerville community, and because people who live and work in Somerville want to make our city a kind and fair place for everyone, and because all young children and their families should have schools that help them explore, learn, and be good friends. How many people here have friends in this room? So before you leave here today, I want you to make another friend, young and old, okay? Someone you know and someone you recognize in the community, someone who's new from the community. So be good friends. So I, Mayor Curtatone, do hereby proclaim that April 25th is the official celebration of the Week of the Young Child here in Somerville, Massachusetts. And announce that we encourage everyone in Somerville, children and grown-ups, and all kinds of jobs from all over the world to make Somerville. Let's work together, keep working together, make Somerville a kind and fair place for everyone, because kids, you'll learn this as you're growing up. It's important. If we can become kinder, even beyond what we are now, if we become more compassionate, and we can open our arms to more and more people, not only Somerville, not only Massachusetts, but the rest of the country and the world will be a better place for all. That's the work we're going to start, and as you grow up, you're going to carry on. So this will be signed today. Thank you very much for coming up to visit us again at City Hall to help celebrate the Week of the Young Child. I'm going to hand it back to Lisa and enjoy the rest of the ceremony.
And thank you to Jackson, our trumpeter. He's also a student at the high school. So now we have a little bit of work to do. We want the mayor to hear about what you've been doing to research about kindness and fairness. So I'm going to read about each class, and then you're going to stand up, and we'll applaud you, and then you'll sit down, and I'll read about another class. Ready? You ready? Okay. Here we go. So remember, the mayor wrote you a letter, and he was asking you about what you can do. Remember, you wrote that important letter. Well, the children did research, and they've been studying about all kinds of things. Let's talk about our friends from Bright Horizons Teal Square. Where are you guys? Okay, here we go. Where are you? Where are you? Okay. So our friends from Bright Horizons Teal Square, you know what they did? They are learning about homes and why homes are important, and they learned that children have the right to a place to sleep and to get enough sleep. They created a kindness wall, and their learning is going to continue because they're going to work with the Somerville Housing Coalition to learn how to help spread kindness and find a way to help others in their community. Thank you, Bright Horizons Teal Square. Okay, thank you. You can sit down, Bright Horizons. Thank you so much for your work. And a lot of the projects are on display and will be on display in City Hall for a few days, so people who come here will be able to see your work. From the Kennedy School, Mrs. Screema and Mrs. Cuddy's kindergarten classrooms, they thought about ways to be kind. And they created a mural that's outside about kindness, but they also made, Mrs. Cuddy's class made this box for you, Mayor Curtatone. It has ways to be kind, little reminders in it. they thought this might be helpful, like if you're in a meeting and maybe somebody is like not doing what you want to do, or they're not being as kind as they could, you can just offer them one of these little hearts, like sharing babies in dramatic play, and it'll help them feel better. So you can keep this in your office and check out the mural and their work outside. The monkey classroom from Capuano, Miss Mayer's classroom. They made a beautiful kindness quilt. It's hanging outside, but they turned it into a book for you about how to be kind and fair in Somerville, in school, at home, with friends and family. Thank you, Capuano. Thank you, Miss Mayer's classroom. Now, the children from the Argenziano pre-K, from the Smile Classroom at Argenziano, they've been thinking a lot about trash. They were noticing too much garbage. And they did some data collection with your buddies. Did you do the data collection with your buddies at school? And they realized there's a lot of trash. So they made some commercials, which we'll share with you. You can play them for people about picking up trash. And then they made trash picker-upper robots that are all around here that maybe some people at City Hall will get inspired, or DPW, the Department of Public Works, might get inspired to make some trash picker-uppers. So you should check out their robots and their data about, their graphs about trash. Thank you, Argenziano. Just a few more. Our friends from the Elizabeth Peabody House who are down here close up. Woo! The children from the green room and the purple room talked about what it means to be kind and how to show kindness. And they also made a book about how to be kind and things they love about Somerville. So we'll share these books with you from the green room and the purple room at Elizabeth Peabody House. Thank you for your work and your research. Yay! The children at Healy Head Start. Healy Head Start, there they are. Hi. The children at Healy Head Start did research on maps. They're really into maps. And they were thinking about where are all the places in Somerville where you could be kind. And they found that there's libraries and parks and pools and schools and monuments and farmers markets, and they thought about ways to be kind in all those places, and they made a beautiful map that's in the hallway that people should look at so that will remind them to be kind all over the city. Thank you, Healy. Pooh and Friends, our friends from Pooh and Friends, who are dressed up as all the people who work in our city and at City Hall. I think there's somebody dressed as the mayor, and there's somebody dressed as me. It was very interesting to see my own self and somebody else. Yes, somebody is dressed. There's me. Hi, Lisa. Hi. Hi. Hi, Mr. Mayor. Hi, everybody. So everyone who works at City Hall and who's important in our city is a character. And they also read some books. I heard you read Miss Tizzy, and you read Lion's Lunch. Did you read Lion's Lunch? And you read Those Shoes, and you got inspired about how to be kind from reading some really good literature. So thank you, Pooh and Friends. The YMCA preschool is here. Yay. You can stand up. The children at the YMCA they set up a donation station. Yeah. They made a mural, and they've been donating some of their own toys to children who are homeless and don't have toys of their own, and made a mural about kindness and fairness. Thank you, YMCA. Thank you so much, YMCA. And finally, our friends at Bigelow Cooperative Preschool You can stand up. Made a kindness cloud with words of kindness and acts of kindness to think about kindness all over the universe. Thank you. And that'll be on display. So thank you so much. And now it feels like it might be time to sing the kind song before we go around City Hall. So we'll sing the kind song with Maura and Guillermo.
Do you remember the song? We like to shake hands, and we shake our hands. Look each other's eyes, okay? And then we say, I feel great today. Can you say that? I feel great today. I like to shake hands, look each other's eyes. Wake up in the morning, I feel great today. I walking down the street, you say hello to me. We give ourselves high five, we go together from here. Oh, 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 I like to be kind. Oh, 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 I like to be kind. Let's repeat that. I like to shake hands, look each other's eyes. Wake up in the morning, I feel great today. I walking down the street, you say hello to me. We give ourselves high five, we go together from here. Oh, 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 I like to be kind. Now yourselves very loud, loud. But you know what? Not all the people are very nice outside. So what we do? Who won't smile at you back? But as the day goes by, we can choose to laugh. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Oh, 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 I like to be kind. Oh, 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 I like to be kind. Oh, 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 I like to be kind. Very slow, very slow. Slow, slow, slow. I like to be kind. Let's hug, hug, hug. I like to be kind. Oh, 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 I like to be kind.
Another big hand for Maura and Guillermo. Woo! Beautiful.
Good job.
And now, one more trumpet from Jackson. That lets us know that we are at the end of our program. We got to see the mayor, we got to hear about our research, we got to sing, we got to meet important people. And now it's time for you to explore City Hall so you can vote. So we're gonna have the children from the Kennedy School, kindergartners from Kennedy can make their way downstairs. Everybody else can just wait a minute. And thank you so much.
I'm gonna go say thank you.
Go,
Say hi to
go
someone.
for it. Yeah, go schmooze.
I'm gonna be right back for my stuff.
Okay.